What is Gilligan's voice of care in ethics? Imagine a way of thinking about morality that focuses on the connections between people rather than just following strict rules. That's what Gilligan's voice of care is all about. It's a perspective that emphasizes listening to others, understanding their feelings, and responding with kindness. Instead of relying solely on universal rules or justice, it looks at how our actions affect relationships and individual needs. Gilligan developed this idea from her research on how people, especially women, approach moral problems. She noticed that many tend to think about caring for others and maintaining relationships as central to morality. This contrasts with traditional ethical theories that often stress fairness, rules, or justice, which can seem cold or impersonal. The voice of care encourages us to see morality as something rooted in human connection and emotional understanding. At the heart of this approach is paying close attention to relationships. When making moral choices, it's about asking how our actions will impact others and their well-being. Empathy and compassion are key, meaning we try to understand and share the feelings of those involved. It also means decisions should be based on the specific situation, not just on applying a fixed rule everywhere. This makes morality more flexible and responsive to individual needs. Responsiveness is another important part. It's about listening carefully and acting to meet the needs of others, especially those who might be vulnerable or marginalized. Gilligan's voice of care rejects the idea that morality is about hierarchy or superiority. Instead, it promotes mutual respect and caring relationships. In practical terms, this way of thinking influences fields like healthcare, education, and community work. It encourages leaders and caregivers to prioritize human connection and to be aware of power imbalances. It reminds us that caring for others is a moral act that involves emotional intelligence and attentiveness. Overall, Gilligan's voice of care broadens how we see morality. It shows that caring and responsibility are just as important as rules or justice. This perspective has shaped feminist ethics and modern moral philosophy by highlighting the importance of relationships, empathy, and context in ethical decision-making.